Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm fixing my leaky GE dishwasher. It's leaking because the diverter assembly valve, which is what this part is, developed a little hole or a little crack. Let's see if I can get it on camera here. In the rubber pipe there, or the rubber tube. So basically we were sitting around in our kitchen hanging out. Noticed some water was coming out from underneath. So I went ahead and took off this kick plate, and there's some insulation behind that. And I got down here and looked, and you can see it dripping. Let me get a flashlight here. All right, got a flashlight. So I can see a little drip underneath there. See, kind of like right where my hand is, so not too far, about in the middle of the dishwasher. And to see that, you got to take off the drip pan, which slides in and out from there. So I took it out, pulled it out. Basically, there's only thing holding this in, a couple screws up here and 2 on the side, so 4 screws total. You're gonna have to pull out your dishwasher to do this. And this basically, it lives kind of like right here. So that comes out. There's 3 bolts in the bottom. That's why you have to turn it over. I left the top drawer in. You can take it out. There's a couple screws on each side, but you don't have to do it for this job. I took the bottom drawer out. That's over there. I also took this out. This screws onto the top of the diverter assembly valve. And this is just the little filter there. And then I ordered one of these parts off eBay. Just got the cheapest part. And I'll let you guys know how it holds up. I'll put a link down below, or you can pick one of these up on Amazon. But again, this one's got a white ball. The new one, old one had an orange ball. This one looks like it's got some extra glue on the bottom. Comes with a new clamp, a set of clamps there. The old one uses this kind of clamp that's not reusable. So let me get this pulled out, and I'll show you guys how to replace it, and hopefully we get it back to working, not leaking. Alright guys, so we're underneath my dishwasher here. I got it unplugged. You can turn these things up a little bit. It makes it a lot easier to pull out. And I've already actually tried a couple of times off camera to get this to attach. And then when I turn it back on, it's still leaking. So I'm going to have to take off this part here, this motor, just because there's a little pipe down there I'll show you. And I just can't get it to seat properly with it without taking it off, which is manufacturer recommends taking this off when you do this job. So I've already broken this other clamp here. And then I believe there's just a little tab back here. I should be able to get this thing off here. So let's see. There it goes, comes right off. I'm just gonna leave it connected for now. I got the power turned off. And now we should be able to put this clamp on. I might just use a new clamp as well. The kit comes with 2. So let me get you guys on our working surface here. Nothing glamorous about these jobs, guys. Granted, I could do this on the countertop, but then I'd have to disconnect it. So I'm trying to figure out the orientation here. A little bit of water coming out of this motor. Put it on my clamp. That's ready to go. So this is going to be on there. Let's just start off by seeing if I can get it seated on there. You get the seat on there, yeah, you almost have to turn it. Then this clamp starts to kind of mess up a little bit, so let me loosen it. Or I'll just, bury it. Use a new one like I said I was going to do. Let's see if I can get this. That's what you want. You want those two lips to line up there just nicely. That's what I was having trouble getting before when I had it on the dishwasher. So yeah, taking this off is a good idea. Learn from my mistakes. I tried a couple times. I'll tighten this clamp up here just a little bit. Ideally so that this will go back on more easily. So let me do this off camera, guys. I'll get back with you. Alright guys, so I actually did most of that off camera. But again, I got this this clamp here is the key to preventing the leak. You want those two lips to be touching together there. And then you're going to want to tighten that clamp before you do any of the other screws there. And then you can manipulate this to sort of the body of this motor up here to get this new clamp on and to get these tightened up. So I'm pretty confident this won't leak now. Again, I tried doing it without taking this motor off, and this thing is actually pretty easy to get off, so just go ahead and take it off anyway. I'll just turn this thing over, see if it leaks. Again, guys, this is one of the more common links on this dishwasher. I'll put the model number both in the title and the description. And if you got any questions, put them in the comments below. But let's see if this thing leaks. And before I turn it on, guys, basically there's this blade. You can hand tighten it in. You just turn it. You just make sure you line up the notches. And this little part here just clicks in as well. So if I can do this blade one-handed, there's like a little wheel on the bottom of it here. You just turn. Now the thing's locked in there. Also, before you pull this thing out, you can make these adjusters. You can put these up a little bit, and that'll make it easier to slide out. So let me plug this in, and then we'll turn it on, and that'll be the moment of truth. Alright guys, dishwasher's been running for about 5 to 10 minutes now, and there's no leaking, no water. It all looks pretty good under there. I'm pretty happy I was able to get this fixed. So I'll put a link down below where you can pick up this part on Amazon. Again guys, it's the most common leak. So basically to diagnose it, you just got to kind of look under your dishwasher. Sometimes you got to kind of prop it up a little bit, get it underneath there and see where the leak is coming from. In this case, mine was leaking just around this little rubber gasket here. If you guys got any questions, put them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. If you guys found this video helpful, if it helped you fix your problem, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time.